everyone, what is up? Welcome to some zombie time. This is Camp Blood, based off the movie Friday the 13th.
Part 20. How many
Part
seasons are there of Friday 13th? There's a lot,
there's
like
a
over
lot.
10.
Yeah.
Over 10. Anyway, this is one of NoahJ456's map contest entries. I think there was a total of 50.
50?
Now, we're going through as many as we can. We may not play all of them because some of them, we just don't really want to play.
I found Jug and Speed over
here.
there.
I found Power. You're welcome.
Allegedly, 4 OG perks.
Yep. Jug,
no
Speed.
wall guns, box only.
Oh, I.
2,000 debris going that way. There is supposed to be a pack-a-punch though.
Oh man. Ooh, you want some of this? You want a little bit of that?
I missed my knife on that guy. I missed my knife.
Woo! Hot tamale.
Oh, to the left, to the left, to the left. Huh.
Get out of here. Oh, look at that.
Are there any zombies? I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, right there.
I'm gonna shoot him. I got him. I got him.
You got a whole zombie.
He gone. What'd you get?
Did it, friend. Spectre.
It's good for points.
Spectre.
I expect her.
Did you? Okay, listen. Did you ever watch any of the Friday 13th movies? Oh, this is a
the
clear
original
debris.
ones, yeah.
Like how many though?
Like, dude, even Halloween, all those ones, dude. As soon as it got to like, I don't know, part 4, part 3, I'm like, yawn.
You kind of got the concept, you know.
Well, it's like, how many times, like in Halloween especially, how many times can they kill Michael Myers, right? Like what's her name was killing him all the time. He's back.
Why won't you just die?
Just die.
I'll tell you, for me, I watched the first, I think 2. I don't even remember. Dude, do you see this big stretch here?
Yeah, it's mine. I have one here. It was going into this window.
Oh, it's gone. It's
weird
gone.
looking.
It's gone. Yeah, so I watched the first 2, and then I was like, all right, like, I get it. As a lot of those movies were very cheesy, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're just very cheeseball. I watched the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah, Freddy Krueger.
What was the one with Chucky? I saw one of those.
Child's Play.
Oh, that was it. What are the other ones? There was a lot of cheeseball.
Yeah, you name most of them. Friday the 13th. Halloween with Michael Myers, right? Yeah. And I don't know. It was just like back then. It was like the slasher movies that you take your girlfriend to. She gets scared, and you're like, "I'll save you.
I put my arms around you.
I will protect you."
Wait, did we see what's down here? Is this maybe this is the Bible?
I think maybe the
30,000.
Okay, so the 2,000 probably leads us to Pack-a-Punch then. Pack-a-Punch.
So there's no real Easter egg in this one. We're just gonna rocket, hit the box, switch up some weapons, go to round 30, hit the ending. You know how it goes. Pack some weapons, shoot some ghouls.
Ghouls.
I never really got big into these movies though. Even when I was young, I just found them kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
About the same time, my favorite horror films were always things like Poltergeist.
Psychological horror movies, like psychological thrillers.
I don't know, there just seemed to be more substance to them, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably get Jug, eh?
I don't have it.
Why not? You don't like Jug?
I got the M60 though.
Oh, I saw the Galil in there. Yes, I got the Wah.
Wah!
Nobody here? What's going on? I hear
Give him the wall pig.
Ooh,
Insta pills. I'm gonna buy a Jug now. Boop. Got it. Oh, coming around the corner. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah. There it is. Yeah, when these movies first came out, though, I was too young. Like, I never saw them in the theaters at all.
Yeah.
Although, I can't remember which one, and that's an attest to how young I was. But my uncle my uncle, and he used to have a orange Roadrunner. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would like
Classic,
one of those Hearst shifters or whatever.
Classic muscle car.
Yeah, 1 million speeding tickets. He used to sneak me into the drive-in theater.
Oh, nice. Put you in the trunk.
When my grandparents were watching me, if my mom was away, like, you know, with one of my stepfathers, and he'd be like, "Hey, you want to go watch a movie?" I'm like, "Sure." And he would like cover me up in a blanket in the back seat.
Save $2.
And I would be scared out of my gourd watching those things because I was so young, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the psychological ones, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
If you watch them now, you're just like, wow, those are terrible movies.
Yeah.
They're not good. Were you ever into horror films?
No, I wasn't really.
No,
I mean, like I said, I watched the first one, 2.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Just ridiculous.
You know what? To this day, I don't mind horror movies. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't care about being scared, and I force myself. I'm never one of those to look away. We even watch them now.
Yeah.
But what I never liked, and I still don't like, I don't like the gory ones. The ones that are just shock, like Hostel.
Yeah. Saw.
Yeah, like I watched the first Saw because I was like, oh, that's it.
It was psychological, but then
but
they
it was
went
a
crazy.
cool concept, right? You're like, whoa. And then it was just like, how can we outdo ourselves?
How can we gore this to death?
Yeah. We need more shock value. And I can't remember which Saw it was, but I mean, I watched it. What do you mean, Saw?
3 or 4.
The one that's really gory?
Where they jumped into the pit of needles, where they had to stick their hand in, the saw blade went up their arm.
The one that started out, the one that like opened in the opening sort of scenes, where they had to give a pound of flesh.
Oh.
Dude,
well,
I honestly couldn't make it through it. I know
Yeah.
I don't care if I sound like a wussy. I was just like, oh my god,
Well, it was
so
like the
gross.
one where they were in the house trying to escape, and the girl who ends up being like part of the thing, she was in there. She falls into the pit of hypodermic needles. They're all stuck in her.
Oh,
and to get out, they got to
cringy.
stick their hands in this thing, and it's like if they would have not turned on each other, it would have taken less of them blood-wise to fill this thing up. But because they kind of double-crossed some of them, less of them had to give more blood. But the stupid thing was, like, they stick their hand into this saw blade, and they start bleeding. And what do? They shove their hand deeper and deeper, and it's like cutting up their arm between their radius and ulna bone. It's like, you're already bleeding. You don't need to shove your arm in anymore. They're like, do it more. Like, okay. It's just like, I guess I'm too logical to have like see it and go.
It's gore for the sake of gore. The most. Oh no.
What'd you get now?
The most recent one I watched, because my middle son, who's 18, so he's not like he's a kid or anything, but he loves horror films. So we ended up watching the recent Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, it is so gory.
Yeah?
It's non-stop. Look at the textures all stretching all over the place.
Yeah, it's got some rubber going on.
Rubber. Yeah, dude, it was just, I'm just like, I can't stand those movies. Give me things like The Conjuring, which is more psychological.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen any of those. Those are, in my opinion, really good horror films because it's almost all psychological, no blood.
Yeah. Whoa,
But,
that is a big stretch right there. Goes from there all the way across the lake.
It's like a grapple line. Go!
Grapple?
Dude, like, the one in the kitchen, she falls down, and one of the evil possessed girls or whatever grabs the box grater. You know a box grater?
Yeah.
And she just starts dragging it down her leg.
What?
Like the cheese grater part.
Yeah.
And I'm just... The thing is that you can imagine the pain. I think that's the problem. I look at that and I'm like, oh my god, that would be terrible. It's so bad.
When you can relate to it, you're like,
no. I don't want that. So if you guys are into horror or gory ones, Evil Dead Rise. I think it's free either. I think maybe Crave has HBO. Crave if you're Canadian.
Canadian.
I think you can rent it on Prime.
Because you got to watch Canadian-made movies.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. That's terrible.
When you told me that, I'm like,
oh, dude.
You really got to really think about what that means.
There's got to be other countries, though.
What makes the United States great, you know what makes it great? Is the variety.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, think about where I used to live in California. All those different types of foods we could get, right? Korean and Chinese and Japanese and Thai. And all these different food. Not the American dang cheeseburger doesn't make us great. What makes us great is the variety of cultures. And if we did what you guys are doing, it's like kind of, that's forcing American things on Americans. It's like, what? No.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, the way it works in Canada, whether you're watching Netflix, listening to the radio, any social like streaming app, Prime, the government regulates it so that no matter what you're watching on a Netflix or whatever, that you have like all those service providers. So like Netflix has to have 40 or 50% Canadian content. It has to have. And when you listen to the radio, you can't just listen to like the biggest stars, even if the biggest bands are. I know there's some big Canadian singers and stuff like that. For the most part, though, even here in Canada,
Celine Dion.
You don't need to
Isn't
bring
she
that up.
from Montreal or something?
Oh my God, she is. Whoa, Drake is Canadian though. He's big.
Oh yeah. Nice. Congratulations.
We've got him. But you're forced to watch and listen to Canadian content. Not that it's always bad. I know it's supposed to be encouraging Canadian, but being forced to do it, like, if I want to watch a terrible Canadian TV show, because I'm gonna say this, majority of our stuff sucks.
Yeah.
I know it's not very Canadian of me, but I don't care.
I watch some Canadian specific shows, like TV shows, but not current ones, like old ones, because I binge watch them. But
I'm not saying it's all bad.
You know what I notice about Canadian shows? Dude, my gosh. You look at, on Prime, it's got the little spotlight where you can see the actors. Oh, she's from Saskatchewan and he's from Toronto. It's like, wow, dude. Canadian TV show has almost all Canadian actors, too. It's like...
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, open it up a little bit. How many Hollywood movies went to Toronto to be made because Hollywood sucks now,
Yeah, well, I don't mind it. Like, listen, I'm not saying that there aren't good Canadian artists, aren't good Canadian movies, but there's not that many. We're in a tiny, tiny country.
Didn't you already have that?
I did, but I was switching it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like being forced. Believe me, if I could get one, but if I had a VPN, I would just get American Netflix.
Did you know there's almost as many people in Taiwan as there is in all of Canada, and they're just this little tiny island?
Yeah, dude, we're not big.
You've got to be the biggest landmass with the least amount of people.
Second largest country in the world.
But with the least amount of people, you've got to be number
30, one. Well, last time, I haven't checked in a long time, to be honest.
You know what I mean?
But
landmass to people ratio.
Oh, yeah. Per square
capita,
kilometer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But how much is that usable? It's like Russia and Siberia. There's so much of that up there that's not usable.
The whole north is like tundra, frozen.
It's, tundra.
Anything. Can't do anything with it. Oh my God, dude! How many pistols am I going to be getting from this stupid box?
I thought you were going to open that, but your money's going down at the box.
Dude, I'm telling you,
you asked how many pistols? Well, another one. Makarov.
Dude, I am non-stop. I'm like Pistol Pete. Another pistol.
Nice.
Dude, I swear, you complain about the box not liking you.
Yeah.
My best gun so far that I've had is the Spectre.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. You had the Olympia.
Yeah, not good. The Wah.
The Wah. Spectre again. Makarov, 1911. Dude, I hit the box twice. I got a Stoner and an M60. Done.
I just got the PSG one.
There you go.
There's a death machine over here.
You're sniping.
The Olympia now.
What?
Dude, I'm telling you, this box is rigged.
It's...
Here, protect me while I get my next... The scorpion! What, dude?
Dude, what the heck?
Anything. I don't care. Give me the
Stoner?
Enfield. Anything. I don't care.
Galil?
Oh, yeah, PL. This map hates me so bad.
Dude, this map totally hates you.
Like, I generally have good luck at the box.
You do. Yeah, generally.
But this has got to be the worst hits I've ever had.
Ever. Like, you
non-stop.
judge it by how many times you hit it, like the consistency
of
the.
Dude.
You're like, eventually something half decent has got to pop up. Nope, apparently not.
Freaking terrible, dude. Terrible.
I'm gonna need to hit the pack so I have more ammo.
Well, you're gonna have to open it because I've yet to get any decent point builder at all. Like, all I'm looking for is any AR. Any AR.
Yeah, remember, you guys, there's no wall guns in this, so...
No. At the mercy. Okay.
Okay, last bit of bullets here. Maybe we should crawl one of these fools.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That way I can waste more money on the... Oh, you got one.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. I almost went down. I'm still ultra red.
Max ammo up there.
Yeah, I was going for it. I'm still red. They pinch pretty quick. You got to be careful. They really close in.
Like your grandma pinching your cheeks.
Jam!
The Makarov!
Nice. Pack it.
Dude, I swear. I swear. Sometimes I swear.
Do you swear?
I really want to swear right now. Oh, finally. Thank you, game. You know what? I'm not even saying thank you. It's about time, game. That's what I'm saying. It gave me an AK.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
They don't get a thank you. Not after that.
I got the Bone 89. 160 and 960.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And then I've got the Genocide 300 and 900.
Oh, this is what I wanted to ask, too. So, the way we were talking about the Canadian content, if you live outside of Canada or US, this is for the viewers, not for you, Mickey.
Right.
If you live outside, does your country do the same? Like for radio, for music, for TV shows, is it forced? Do you know if it's government legislated? Like ours is
You're saying basically broadcasting is like buy American. It's like watch and listen to Canada.
Yeah, even if your shows suck, but you have to keep watching them.
But does it limit your ability to get other things?
Yeah. Like you'll have movies on American Netflix that we can't get.
Really?
Yeah. You'll have like really good ones and I won't get it. And it won't be free on our Canadian Netflix, maybe because a certain amount of Canadian content is, being taken up or whatever.
Yeah.
And Netflix, obviously allocates a certain amount of its funding to buy and pay for the content, even though the government is forcing them to buy it, which I find very questionable.
Wow. That is
What
crazy.
I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's sketchy.
Yeah, it's weird. You guys are so close to us here.
Yeah, I know. So I know what you guys get to watch.
In Europe and stuff, they'll ban some movies. They'll not have access to some stuff. But
that's different than forcing content, though. Yeah. Well, that's just it. We're like, oh, well, we're Canadian. I'm like, come on, man. Like, majority of the businesses we have up here are all American. All American. So don't kid yourself.
What about the amount? Like I said, Hollywood, Toronto was like the place to make movies the last 10 years.
Yep.
Because of the pricing, the government said, come on up, make your movies here. And they did, because it was way cheaper than Hollywood.
Yeah, if you want to see TV shows or movies being... let's get that first. If you want to see TV shows or movies being made live, come to Toronto in the summer. I promise you will. There's always something being filmed downtown.
I love it.
Always.
They're like NYPD Blue or something. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Toronto. That's not
Dude,
New York.
I watch it because I used to drive a limo down there too, and I lived
Did you wear a hat?
Toronto, but no. But dude, like I'll watch so many shows. Like Suits is one.
Oh yeah.
A lot of movies. The recent or the most current Star Trek. The
Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, Strange New Worlds. One of the episodes completely filmed in Toronto, which doesn't surprise me. But they made it obvious.
Is that where the Federation is?
Toronto.
Dude, go pack your AK.
I don't know actually, to be honest, but before they said it was Toronto, I paused it. I'm like, oh my god, they're at Yonge Street Square. Like that's like at the epicenter. It's kind of like Times Square, you know?
It's weird. So what if they make a movie in Toronto, but it's obviously a Hollywood US made movie? Yeah. Does that get a pass and get shown there?
Nope.
Really?
No, it doesn't matter. Even though it's bringing money into even though it's bringing money, that's not. They don't care.
Buy American, made in Canada.
Buy Canadian.
Listen to Canadian radio. That sounds like censorship almost in a way, right? It's like
it is.
They're limiting what you can watch.
My opinion on it has always been okay. You shouldn't have to do that. How about work on content that people want to watch? Make content that's actually good.
If you don't have to force it.
Not just Canadians, but a world market, and maybe the U.S., which is, more than 10 times our size, would watch it, and you'll make way more money instead of making.
That's where you make money.
For Canadians,
make other people buy and watch your stuff.
Well, like you said, you've seen some Canadian programs. Well. Yeah. Obviously, the quality was good enough that it was popular enough to go into the U.S.
Yeah.
Why not do that? Why not actually make good content instead of forcing it on us?
It's so funny. There's this big group of actors that they're like Canadian comedians, right? Yeah, but they're actors. They're not just comics. And they always do movies together. There was like a group back like in the John Candy days, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there was like John
SCTV.
Candy. Yeah, so there was that group. And then there was the next generation. There was another whole group that you would see in Hollywood. It's like the people that you ever see that dog show?
Oh, yeah.
Those are a lot of Canadian actors in dog show.
Yeah, huge.
A lot. And that was a generation where those ones that are in that movie, they've done a lot of movies together.
Oh yeah,
you'll see that. It's so funny, but they always had good comics. It's just that some of the writing is a little loose, in some of the stuff that comes out of Canada. Yeah, like I watch these shows. The one I watched was based off of an SRT SWAT team in Toronto, right?
Shoot. Yeah.
And it was good, but it was also like the things that you guys do. Like they obviously are trying to be true to life.
Yeah.
Watching what they do, I'm like, oh my god, that would never cut it here.
No. There's even though we are very close to the United States, there are some like very slight cultural differences. Because if you look at like say humor in the UK. It's much drier. It's less slapstick. It's very, which I appreciate as well. I like it, but it's just a cultural difference. But yeah, I think there's a lot of comedians. Like Mike Myers from all those
he
shows.
Was during
Austin
that
Powers.
time, yeah. And like you said, it seemed to be they would come in like groups of 3, 4, 5, 6. And it was like it's all started back with John Candy and the SCTV.
Yeah.
And then the Mike Myers.
John
and then,
Levy is that?
Yeah. Levy. See, and you'll see them in the same movies.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And you got one-offs like Jim Carrey.
What's the story with the good-looking girls from Saskatchewan, dude?
I don't know.
Like I look it up and like, oh, she's from Saskatchewan. I'm like, whoa, they are growing them nice up there.
They're very far, like sparsely populated. So I don't know.
Is that like a farming?
Prairies.
Okay.
Like your
Midwest.
I don't know what you call it. Midwest.
The middle,
yeah.
Because Saskatchewan's kind of straight up from there, right?
Oh. Dang. Oh, I fell back.
It's straight up from like our prairies go up to your prairies, our Rockies go to your Rockies.
Dude, it's you get road trips in the U.S. At least you have a variance in like what you look at. If you drive, you do a road trip in Canada.
Yeah.
You just try and get. I'm sorry if you live in the prairies, but people just try and get through there. Like it is so
just try
flat
and get to
nothing.
BC.
yeah. Well, Alberta's really good.
Yeah.
That's when you're starting to get really nice. But Saskatchewan and Manitoba,
Calgary, all those areas there in the Rockies.
Well, I mean, even here, I mean, we talk about this all the time. You know, where I live in southwestern Ontario. There's nothing. There's no mountains. We have a lot of lakes and rivers. Yeah, we have a lot of like green.
I have no water and mountains. You have all water and no
lakes,
mountains.
Rivers, and everything, and no. It's just flat.
But it also brings out a whole series of bugs and stuff too.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, the north. I want to try and maybe I should try and get a new weapon.
Yeah, you should.
And make a crawler or something. Did I not make a crawler?
You know, I was very happy to see the videos are starting to drop now about some of the Aussies that I watch.
Yeah.
Came to the U.S. for the Overland Expo.
Oh, right.
And not just came, but like brought their rigs and stuff because more and more Australian companies are coming here.
Yeah.
And they're like, the Australian companies are bringing the Aussies over that they sponsor there. Like if they bring their truck, they're in that booth. And hearing them, you know, they go off-roading around, and this first one is all my area around Flagstaff and all that. And it was so nice to hear them say, wow, this is really cool, you know, because they have such a cool place that they do all their touring and all that stuff in. And for them,
I think it's Australia and U.S. are the biggest, like, overlanding kind of, like, because Australia is just massively unpopulated out west.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. But it was nice to see them, like, they got hit by a monsoon. They were up in my big pine forest that I go to, and they're almost getting stuck, and they're falling in the lakes and stuff. Like, this is nuts! Where, you know, you watch them in their home country, and you're like, whoa, that's so cool, that's nuts. But to see them come here and enjoy it, right?
Yeah. It's something that you enjoy. It's nice to see other people enjoy it.
It's like how I would be if I went to Australia and said, oh my God, dude, this is awesome, you know? It's just nice to see that. Because, you know, some people they've got that chip on their shoulder that their brand of vehicle and their country is the only thing that matters. To me, I love seeing it all, and especially love seeing other countries, you know?
Well, I know if you were to ever go to another country, you'd probably love Australia. Like to go overlanding, if you had access to something, you'd be like, "Oh my God, this would be awesome."
That would be incredible.
Although it's always on the fringe, though, isn't it? Like coastal that they're driving, they don't usually drive right across mid, do they?
You know what I found out is Australia does a lot of seasonal closures for areas, like the Simpson Desert. The Simpson Desert goes right through the middle of the country. Right, it's this big desert.
You can kill them.
And I think they're closed in the summer.
Oh,
because you know,
brush fire.
No. I think it's their wet season. Like they're really weird. Their summers versus winters are opposite what ours are. Right?
Oh yeah, they're in the
south of the
hemisphere.
equator.
Yep.
And their wet season isn't like what we would consider our wet season. You know, like. I guess it is like a summer monsoon here.
Yeah.
Their wet seasons will completely shut down, flood out the roads.
Yeah.
And so some areas are closed during certain times of the year.
Well, maybe because of the heat, kind of like where you are. It's baked so hard and flat, it just washouts.
Well, they have those salt pans too that if they gets wet, you're not crossing them. And there's no I'm going around this thing, you know, it's hundreds of kilometers wide. It's just really neat. You know, what I really like is the overall distances that they do. We have a lot of really cool stuff in the U.S. Like, they said that. They're like, wow, like the topography and all that.
Yeah.
But the biggest difference is, dude, you can't really go super remote and you're not like 100 miles away from a town or a gas station.
Yeah.
There you could be 1,000 kilometers from something, you know?
Yeah, because their country's so large and
it's
isolated.
so remote. They don't have like the infrastructure all over the place. So you could choose to go super remote, where here you can get kind of remote, but you're not that far away from civilization, really.
Well, whenever you and I go out adventuring, we specifically try to get as remote as possible.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want people around.
We get about 75 to 100 miles away from anything, you know?
Yeah.
And that's pretty good. Because think about this. If your car broke down, you're 100 miles away, and there's no cell cover. You think that cell service is all over the U.S.? It's not.
No.
It is on the East Coast because it's nothing but, you know, houses after houses. In the southwest United States, it's still the Wild West out here.
Yeah, very isolated.
Very isolated. We have sparse coverage with cell because of the mountains and how wide everything is. But that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I like the isolation.
I'm getting the blood splatter right in front of my gun a lot.
Yeah, so am I. All right, that's it.
Give him some. Is that a gun you got out of the box?
Yep. Oh, reloading.
Oh, it gave you that, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah, the death machine.
It's like, give him the death machine. He's got enough pistols in his life. Kaboomers!
Any max ammo anywhere?
It's just like people when I go, you know, I guess the best explanation would be when I go to like my coffee and cruisers place, there's all different types of people, all different types of cars and trucks that they like to off-road, overland, do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we all appreciate the different people and the different cars that they drive.
Yeah, well, how boring would it be if everyone had the same thing?
Well, it's just like those people. They're like, if you don't have a 4Runner, man, you
or
ain't
the
cool.
Jeeps.
If you don't have a Jeep, you're not cool.
Or Airstream camper.
If you don't have a Tacoma, you're not cool. It's like, well, what if I have a Jeep and a 4Runner and a Tacoma and a Land Cruiser?
What if I chose to take those out instead of the other one? Can I still hang with you and just have fun, or are you a douche?
Same thing with like different people from different countries. You got to be open and just like appreciate the differences with everyone. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. If you're so narrow-minded that you're like a brand loyalist, like Xbox versus PlayStation, you know, it's my God, get over it, dude.
Like, that was the worst back in the day. Just all the arguments of. And you know what? The only people that benefit are the companies. Not you.
Yeah.
Not you.
You know what the beauty of today's gaming is? Crossplay.
Yes, I know. I think that killed a lot of that.
Oh, it's so good. It doesn't matter what you have. You can play with anyone and everyone, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's like the greatest thing is crossplay. Which Xbox didn't want because they had no market share as it was.
Yeah,
you know, their only hope was to get people say, "Well, my friends have it," or you know.
Well, if anything, Xbox should like it better because they had like, you know, PlayStation was killing them like a 4-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
And when you're thinking about it, like even the days, if someone asks us, "Oh, what should we get?" I'm like, "What do your friends get?"
Yeah.
Because you want to play with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
what they get. And if Sony's selling 4 times the amount, there's a much higher probability that your friends all got PlayStations, even if you liked Xbox better. Whatever your reasons. I'm out.
The controller, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
whatever you're comfortable. Maybe you just like it. You know, you just like the feel of it. You like the exclusives on it, but you always end up feeling forced to get that. Well, with crossplay, you could still get your Xbox, and you didn't have to worry. So, if anything, Microsoft should want that. You know, whoever's behind should want that because, you know, they're not going to be forced to get the system just because of their friends.
Right,
dude. I have no ammo on anything.
Nice.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all. I'm gonna go down, aren't I?
Get us some max ammo.
There we go.
Did you get something?
I don't know. I got a PSG-1.
Ooh, again, huh?
Yep.
I got 86 bullets left. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we might be getting the ending sooner rather than later. Oh, there's
ammo. I'll cover you.
Dude, this stupid weapon.
Yeah, if you
it's $9.99.
I know you miss 1,000 rounds on a max ammo.
That.
Ready?
Yeah.
There.
1,000 rounds is a lot
I
to
know.
miss out.
I did that the other day. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then it wasn't max ammo 2.0. I'm like, oh my God, I just lost 1,000 ammo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
terrible,
a lot.
terrible.
Oh, there
we go. We're almost there, people.
Almost there.
You know, the good thing is that these guys are coming in really fast.
Yeah. Makes the rounds go faster.
One thing they could have added, especially if you're going to do it this way with kind of simple, just add some kind of boss. That's all I'd say.
Like a napalm or
anything, right? It'll force, or maybe napalm's too slow. Something that would force us off the dock here, right?
Avocado.
Yeah, that guy, exactly.
He makes you move because you gotta knife him, right? And if you can't just stand here, he'll just keep zapping you.
Yeah, exactly. He's slow enough that you got time, but
avocado. Look at you punching that thing. Hey-ya! Huh! PSG1.
That's all right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Fire rate is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, kind of like a marksman. You know,
it's like the G3 sniper.
Yeah. At this point here, though, I either do headshots or I'm not killing anything. Is that a bomb?
Bomb. Ah, boomers. I'm a zombie, look at me. I'm a zombie.
I haven't seen any stretched ones in a while.
No. I noticed the one that was going across the lake. When I ran out here onto the dock, it went away. So maybe standing here isn't stretching it.
No stretchies. Wow, they really do flow out.
Oh, yeah.
Flow out.
Oh, ammo.
Oh, this might have been a bad idea. Oh,
give him the PSG1.
How's your
M60 War Pig
doing its job?
It's doing its job. It's really good. It's really, really good. No need to lift off the trigger. Got him.
Shredder.
They're all trying to get to the boat too. They're like, "Let us through.
We want to go across the lake." Oh, you know, an opportunity that this map maker could have done is done a slow one, or even the other guy, but dressed up as is it Michael?
Michael Myers.
Well, which one is? Aren't both the Halloween and Friday 13th named Michael, or am I going crazy? Mike Myers, Mike. Jason. No, it's Jason.
Jason Voorhees.
I'm always mixing those up.
Michael. Jason and Michael and Freddy. Leatherface.
You know, once you start going up into the 10s, like I know there's like
Part 22.
Well, as soon as I saw the X, I was like, all right, you guys are just like full on milking it.
Well, it's the same thing with Rocky and Rambo.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
On. They made so many Rambos that they went back to the original name Rambo.
We just start calling it Rambo.
It's like, well,
again.
It's been 3 decades. We can just call this one Rambo. Okay.
People will forget.
You know, when Rambo first came out, it was just called Rambo. And then they added First Blood to it, right?
Yeah.
Because then they had Rambo 2, 3, 4. And then so once it ran its course, they've got Rambo First Blood and Rambo Last Blood, where he's like old Grandpa Rambo.
Yeah.
That was a sad one, though, dude.
When
that
he's
last
old?
One? Oh, no, it's the person who gets killed, you know?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I guess it's not a spoiler now.
No.
I don't know. He lived. He had like a Mexican lady who lived with him. As like kind of like a house or farm caretaker. I think it was her granddaughter. And Rambo kind of raised her, and they rode horses. And then she wanted to go to Mexico to find her dad.
Yeah.
And when she went down there, of course, she got kidnapped into the slave trade. And he went down there and he got beat up. And then he found her, and then she died. And he just went nuts. He went full Rambo mode on the cartel, or not cartel, but the slave trade dudes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're related to cartel type stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty gory because they came up, because he lives in Bowie, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
So they came up to his farm, and he had this whole underground tunnel complex. Dude, he did like sawed-off shotguns, and he did shotgun shells in the floor where they stepped on him, and they had like primers that it hit and set the shotguns off. And then he chopped people's heads off and stabbed them in the neck and shot him. The final guy, he cut his chest open, pulled his heart out, and showed it to him before he died.
That was a Rambo? I don't even remember that, dude.
Dude, Rambo Last Blood. It was the last one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's gory and it's sad because of what happens to her. And, the old lady leaves and Rambo's, he's injured. It looks like he's going to die on his porch,
Yeah.
But it's pretty,
But did he die on camera, or will there be another one?
Will there be a Rambo at 80-something? Dude, they just made another Indiana Jones, right?
Oh, I know.
The
I don't
Dial
think it
or
did
whatever?
too well. I don't... Dial of Destiny or something.
Listen, I saw
Destiny's
it last.
Child.
I saw the commercials for it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute, how old is Harrison Ford? I looked it up.
He's
80.
mad. Yeah, no.
How can you have an 80-year-old archaeologist, dude? He can't
throw
crack
your
a whip
walker at them.
Dude, he'll break his humerus if he tries to crack his whip. What the deuce?
Yeah.
Time to go.
Let's go.
We out.
Sweet.